The canary on the perch notices something long before the song begins. Before the yellow chest lifts, before the throat trembles, before a single note touches the morning air, the bird has already decided whether this room feels safe enough to sing. And that is what most people never understand about birds. They hear a canary and think the music is automatic, like rain on leaves or sparrows chattering in a hedge. But a champion canary does not sing just because it has feathers and a voice. It sings because light, memory, instinct, routine, and trust have all settled gently inside a body small enough to vanish behind your hand. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe before you leave, because once you understand what is really happening inside a singing bird, you will never hear a canary, a cardinal, or even a robin in the same way again. Because the hidden truth is this: a great canary song is not just sound. It is a bird revealing the life it has been quietly building around you. Number 1. The first secret of a champion canary is that the song starts long before the bird sings. A young canary begins the way many songbirds do, like a chickadee testing its first calls, or a robin shaping its dawn phrases in spring. The canary starts by listening. It listens to rhythm. It listens to repetition. It listens to what belongs in the air around it. That is why two birds raised in different rooms can become two very different singers. One canary grows up around clean, calm patterns. Another grows up around noise, interruption, and restless sound. Both birds have the same wings, the same bright eyes, the same tiny beating heart. But the map of music forming inside them is not the same. So if you want your bird to sing like a professional, your first job is not to demand more sound from the perch. Your first job is to respect the bird's listening life. When your canary sits still at dawn, it is not doing nothing. The bird is studying the room the way a crow studies a fence line, or a finch studies the air above a feeder. The bird is deciding what kind of world it has awakened into. Number 2. A champion canary is shaped by silence. That sounds strange, because canaries are known for song, but all birds understand silence. Owls use it, robins wait inside it. Even blue jays, loud and sudden in the maple, pause before the next harsh cry. Birds do not only make sound, they place sound against stillness. A canary needs that stillness. If the bird lives in constant television noise, slamming doors, echoing rooms, or abrupt human movement, the song often stays shallow. The canary may chirp, it may call, but the deep rolling phrases people dream of hearing rarely rise from a nervous bird, because birds are always listening to themselves. A canary sings, hears its own note, adjusts, and tries again. That invisible loop is part of the training. If the room is too chaotic, the bird cannot shape its voice with confidence. The feathers may look calm, but the mind beneath them is still guarding itself. This is why some homes have a canary and never hear its full voice. Not because the bird is untalented, because the bird does not yet trust the air. Number 3. Young birds are messy before they are masterful. A juvenile canary often sounds unfinished, the way a young sparrow flies awkwardly before its wings fully understand distance. The early song can feel scattered, uncertain, almost fragile. Many people hear that stage and think the bird will never become special. But what the birds do next is even stranger. A young canary experiments. It repeats. It drops sounds. It keeps others. It searches for order. The bird is not simply copying. It is choosing. Like a flock of starlings turning across evening sky, the music begins as movement before it becomes shape. That means patience is part of training. Do not rush the canary because another bird online sounds fuller or louder. A cardinal does not learn spring by being hurried. A canary does not become a champion through pressure. It becomes one through repetition, stability, and time. The song must settle into the bird the way feathers settle after a bath. Slowly, naturally, in its own rhythm. Number 4. Light trains the bird as much as sound does. Backyard birds already know this. Robins behave differently in pale dawn than they do in hot afternoon. Cardinals sharpen their song in breeding season. Sparrows grow quieter when the year begins to turn. Canaries, even in human homes, still belong to that ancient clock of light. A bird's body reads the season through brightness and darkness. When the light cycle is stable, the canary feels the rhythm of its world more clearly. Morning means waking. Evening means winding down. Hormones, energy, and behavior begin to align. But when the room stays bright too late, or the bird never gets true rest, The natural order of song can weaken. And then there is molt. When feathers loosen and drift to the cage floor, the bird is not being stubborn. The canary is rebuilding itself. Like any bird replacing its wings' delicate machinery, it must put energy into feather, skin, and strength. During that season, many birds grow quieter. A champion trainer understands this. They do not punish silence. They honor the season the bird is passing through. Number 5. The room itself is part of the music. To a canary, your house is not furniture and decoration. It is territory, motion, shadow, draft, height, and safety. One corner feels exposed. Another feels sheltered. One window brings warm morning light. Another fills the cage with harsh glare. Birds notice these things immediately. That is why placement matters. A canary perched in a calm, well-lit, stable part of the home often sings more freely than a bird placed in constant traffic and noise. The bird wants a stage, but not a dangerous one. It wants a place where the body can loosen without fear. Even wild birds show this truth. Sparrows sing from familiar shrubs. Crows choose precise watchposts. Finches return to the same branches above a feeder. Birds tie voice to place. Your canary does too. Give the bird height. Give it clean air. Give it routine. Give it water to bathe in. Because wet feathers and careful preening help a bird feel like itself again. Give it a room where the air does not feel full of threat. Then wait, because a bird that feels secure often begins to sing as if the room had finally become part of its body. Number 6. The tutor matters. For centuries, people noticed that canaries could learn from repeated sound. That is why bird keepers used simple instruments, melodies, and later recordings. They understood something beautiful. A canary is not just a singer. It is a listener with memory. But the tutor is not magic. A song recording will not force greatness into a frightened bird. It simply offers a path. The canary still has to hear it, test it, answer it, and slowly make it its own. Too many different sounds can confuse the bird. Too much repetition without quiet can exhaust it. The best training feels like dawn in a garden. A clear phrase, a pause, another phrase, a pause, the bird hears, the bird answers. The bird thinks. Sometimes the canary will rehearse while you are watching. Sometimes it will wait until the room is empty, then pour its most honest notes into the stillness. Many birds prefer privacy before confidence. Thrushes do it in the woods. Canaries do it in homes. Respect that hidden rehearsal. Some of the best birds become great in silence before they become great in sound. Number 7. In the end, you are not training a canary to become something unnatural. You are training it to become more completely itself. That is the final revelation hidden inside birdsong. The canary on the perch is not a machine for making pretty noise. It is a living creature balancing instinct, memory, health, season, and trust. When the song finally arrives in full, what you are hearing is not just performance. You are hearing alignment. The light is right. The room is right. The body is right. The bird feels safe enough to answer the world. And when that happens, the sound can feel almost haunting. A yellow bird no bigger than your hand fills the room with notes that seem older than the house itself. For a moment, the canary is no longer just a pet behind bars and seed dishes. It becomes what all birds have always been: a keeper of hidden intelligence, a witness of invisible rhythms, a small feathered life carrying ancient music. So if you want your canary to sing like a professional, begin where birds always begin. Not with force, not with impatience, not with noise. Begin with listening. Begin with light. Begin with routine. Begin with trust. Because the greatest trainers do not drag song out of birds. They create the kind of world a bird finally wants to sing to. And maybe that is why a canary's voice stays with us long after the room falls quiet. Because somewhere inside those notes is a reminder that birds have always been living a deeper life beside us. The crow on the fence, the robin in the grass, the cardinal in the cedar, the canary on the perch. None of them were ever ordinary. They were simply waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Tell me in the comments, has a bird ever sung, stared, or behaved in a way that felt strangely personal to you?